My beloved, you who have sat in the quiet where prayers felt unanswered and dreams turned to dust, hear me now. You who have mistaken the long night for abandonment, I am closer than your sighs. I have not withdrawn. I have not forgotten. I have not grown weary of you. I have watched you weep in hidden corners. Not once did I turn away. Not once did I grow impatient with your ache. You feared that silence meant absence, but silence was the sacred soil where your roots reached deeper. You asked, "Where are you?" And I whispered in the stillness, "I am here, closer than breath." You could not hear it then. Grief had deafened your ears. Shame had distorted your sight. But I did not accuse you for your frailty. I honored your honesty, even in your questions. You believed strength meant never breaking. But I say to you, child, strength is found in surrender. Your tears were not proof of failure. They were offerings, pure and precious, gathered tenderly into the eternal. You cried, "Why does this hurt so much?" And I responded, though you did not recognize me, "Because love refines, because destiny presses, because oil does not flow from unbroken vessels." You thought you lost years. You thought you lost purpose. You counted the friends who left, the doors that closed, the visions that dimmed. But I counted something else. I counted every day you chose me despite confusion. I counted every moment you refused to curse me even when bitter winds blew. I counted the faith that flickered but never died. Counted the nights you said, "Nevertheless I will trust." And beloved, it is those moments, those invisible, agonizing moments, that have written your name in the places where eternity takes notice. The world measured your worth by your speed and success. I measured it by your staying. Not all who start finish, but you remained. And so I say today, child of my delight, the staying has become your strength, the waiting has become your witness, the tears have become your testimony. Hear me, for I speak not softly now, but with fire and certainty. The season of survival is over. The chapter of merely enduring is closing. This is the page turning. This is the old mantle falling. This is the new garment being laid upon your shoulders. You will no longer call yourself the overlooked. You will no longer wear the name the forgotten. You are mine, you are called, you are chosen. What you thought was wilderness was actually womb. What you thought was punishment was actually preparation. What you thought was breaking was actually birthing. You cried in secret, but I will reward openly. You wrestled in shadows, but I will crown in light. Beloved, the shift has begun, and I am not asking you if you feel ready. I am declaring that you are ready because I say so. Still, there is something I must address before we proceed. There is a part of you, small, timid, and yet powerful, that still wonders, did I fail? Did I miss it? Did I ruin it? No, my beloved, you did not ruin it. You see, I do not build destiny on perfection. I build it on my promises. And my promises do not collapse under your weakness. Where you see disqualification, I see distinction. Where you see delay, I see divine pacing. Where you see detours, I see protection. Release the shame, release the guilt, release the narrative that says, if only I had. The past will no longer hold the pen. I am the author. I am writing again, and I write in mercy, not in accusation. So now, beloved, as the dust of yesterday settles, I invite you closer, not to strive, not to perform, but to sit here at my feet. Let me speak again. Let me remind you who you are, not by your history, but by your inheritance. You are not tolerated. You are treasured. You are not a disappointment. You are my delight. You are not the sum of missed moments. You are the living proof of relentless love. Come near. Let tears become trust. Let questions become conversation. The door is open. The invitation stands. Step into the place where tears are transformed, where silence becomes strategy, where weakness becomes worship, where hiddenness becomes holiness. This is not the end of the story, beloved. It is the beginning of glory. Beloved, before you step into what I am unveiling, before your feet tread upon the grounds of newness, there is something sacred we must settle. Your name. Not the name the world whispered in passing. Not the name fear carved in midnight hours. Not the name shame branded in your silence. I am restoring your true name. You. See, child, too long have you agreed with false identities. Too long have you worn garments not woven by my hands. Too long have you stood small when I designed you to stand secure. You have called yourself the broken. You have seen yourself as too late. You have spoken in your heart, I am the forgotten. But I speak now with authority no more. I have never called you abandoned. I have never seen you as expendable. I have never written rejected beside your name. The voices that said, you're too much. You're not enough. You're invisible did not come from me. They came from fear. They came from pain. They came from the echo of wounds you thought you had to wear. But now, beloved, let those voices fall silent. I am speaking louder. I am speaking clearer. I am speaking truer. This is who you are, as I have always seen you. You are mine. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are deeply known. You are fully loved. You are carried by grace. You are marked by mercy. You are anointed for such a time as this. You, beloved, are not tolerated. You are celebrated. You are not surviving. You are rising. You are not overlooked. You are appointed. You are not the one who always almost made it. You are the one I am ushering into fulfillment. Yes, there were seasons where you lost sight of this. You measured yourself by outcomes. You compared your pace to others. You believed that delay meant denial. But beloved, hear me. Delay did not mean no. It meant not yet. And not yet was not punishment. It was protection. I was shielding you from battles you were not yet ready to face. I was building unseen foundations beneath your fragile hope. I was preserving the oil that would have been wasted had I moved too soon. The pauses were mercy. The silences were strategy. The hiddenness was not rejection. It was refinement. So now I say, release every counterfeit label. The one called too fragile. The one labeled too wounded. The one titled too late. The one marked not enough. Release them all. They do not belong to you. They were never authored by me. Instead, wear the name I give you, beloved, in whom I am well pleased. Not beloved because you earned it. Not beloved because you got it right. Not beloved because you proved yourself. Beloved, because I chose you. Beloved, because I delighted in you when you felt least delightful. Beloved, because my love is not transactional. Beloved, because I decided it so before time began. This is the truth heaven knows. This is the identity hell fears, and this is the name you will now walk in, without apology. Beloved, I am placing upon you a mantle of divine confidence, not arrogance, not self-reliance, but holy confidence. The kind that stands when others shrink, the kind that speaks when others stay silent, the kind that moves when others hesitate. This confidence will not be fragile because it does not come from the fickle applause of men. It comes from the unwavering affirmation of the Father. You will no longer need to strive to be seen. You will no longer need to shout to be heard. You will no longer need to grasp for validation. You are already validated. You are already seated. You are already crowned and beloved. This confidence is not for your ego. It is for your assignment. For there are places that need your voice. There are people waiting for the sound you carry. There are atmospheres that will only shift when you arrive anointed and aware. The rooms you enter will no longer intimidate you. You will no longer ask, "Do I belong here?" For I tell you, beloved, you are the reason the room was prepared. You were sent for this. You were shaped for this. You were preserved for this. You were broken, not to be buried, but to become bread for many. You were pressed, not to be crushed, but to produce oil that heals nations. You were hidden, not to be silenced, but to emerge with a sound that shatters chains. The world does not need another echo. The world needs your sound. The sound born from suffering and saturated in surrender. And now, beloved, I say boldly, arise and release. Do not muffle your testimony. Do not dilute your authority. Do not apologize for the fire I placed within you. You are sent, you are sealed, you are secure, and though the enemy will still whisper, "Who do you think you are?" you will answer, not with fear but with faith. I am the beloved of the Lord. I am the healed of the Lord. I am the chosen of the Lord. I am the sent of the Lord. And heaven will echo your declaration, and hell will tremble at your confidence, and earth will begin to shift because you finally know. You are not who pain said you were. You are not who delay said you were. You are who I have always said you are. And from this revelation, beloved, you will build, you will bless, you will become. This is your identity, restored. This is your confidence, released. This is your commission, received. So rise, beloved. For the next chapter is not written in sorrow, it is written in glory. Beloved, now that you see who you are, now that you have cast off the names that never belonged, now that you have stood and received the mantle of confidence, I will teach you how to walk, not as the world walks, but in divine rhythm. Because this new season is not about rushing. It is not about proving. It is not about finally catching up. No, beloved, this season is about flowing. It is about moving at the pace of my presence. It is about living from rest, not racing. Too long you have run ahead, driven by the silent ache of urgency. You have measured progress by motion. You have mistaken busyness for fruitfulness. But beloved, I do not move by panic. I do not lead by pressure. I do not push, I draw. And so now, I call you into alignment. Not a schedule, a rhythm, not a checklist, a communion. For in my kingdom, beloved, fruit grows where roots remain. Breakthrough comes where surrender reigns. Power flows where intimacy lives. You thought that arriving meant doing more. But I say, arriving means becoming more aware. Aware of me, in the stillness, in the whisper, in the ordinary moments that you used to overlook. So come, beloved, learn again the gentle art of abiding. You do not need to strive to earn my nearness. You are already seated with me in heavenly places. You do not need to beg for access. The veil was torn. Access is now your birthright. I do not withdraw when you falter. I do not step back when you stumble. I do not grow cold when your passion flickers. No, child. I remain. I remain when others leave. I remain when feelings fade. I remain when confusion clouds your clarity. I remain because my love is not seasonal. It is steadfast, and so must your rhythm become. Not anchored in emotion, not tossed by circumstances, but grounded in the quiet knowing. He is here. He is always here. So let us walk together, beloved, not occasionally, but daily. Invite me in, even into what feels small. Speak to me when you rise. Speak to me when you walk. Speak to me when silence surrounds you. Not formal prayers, beloved. Simple conversations, genuine moments. A heart turned toward me, even when words are few. You will find that I am nearer than you imagined. You will find that I delight in the mundane as much as the miraculous. You will find that in turning to me often, you are being transformed quietly. This is the rhythm of the Spirit, not loud, not forced, not frantic, but steady, secure, and deeply satisfying. Beloved, you ask to carry power. You ask to walk in authority. And I have heard you. But power flows only where presence dwells. You do not need to perform to receive my Spirit. You need only yield. When you feel the prompting, obey. When you sense the stirring, move. When you hear the whisper, listen. I am training you to be Spirit-led, not self-driven. Not every opportunity will be your assignment. Not every door will require your entrance. Not every invitation will deserve your yes. But you will know, beloved, for my Spirit will make it plain. I will give you discernment that confounds the wise. I will cause you to pause when others rush. I will cause you to speak when silence reigns. You will no longer guess. You will no longer doubt. For in this rhythm, my voice will become your compass, and where my voice leads, peace will follow. Beloved, this is why I say to you, release the need to strive. You thought momentum was proof of my blessing. You thought recognition was the sign of arrival, but I do not measure by motion, I measure by abiding. When you remain in me, you bear much fruit. Not fruit born from exhaustion, not fruit born from anxiety, but fruit that remains. The world will look and not understand. How are they so steady? They will ask. How do they move with such grace? And you will smile, for you will know. You have learned the secret. You are not moving alone. You are moving with me. Beloved, expect this. Not forced doors, but favored ones, not frantic effort, but fluid grace, not hurried decisions, but holy discernment. This is how my kingdom comes. This is how my will is done. Not through striving, but through sons and daughters who walk at the pace of presence. You will find yourself where you are meant to be, not by manipulation, but by movement that flows from intimacy. You will look back and say, it was not my hustle that brought me here. It was His hand. And beloved, that is exactly how I desire it. For you are not a slave to outcomes anymore. You are a child, carried by grace. So come closer still. The path ahead will require clarity. The places I am sending you will require peace. The people you will reach will require presence. And so I say again, stay near, stay tender, stay yielded. For this is not a season of striving, it is a season of being saturated. And from this place, beloved, you will rise, you will move. You will multiply, not because you tried harder, but because you learned to abide deeper. This is divine rhythm. This is kingdom pace. This is how you will live from now on. Beloved, now that you are walking in rhythm, now that your ears have been tuned to my whisper, now that your steps have aligned with my cadence, I am ready to entrust you with something greater, not merely for you, not merely for your household, but for the places I will send you, for the people still imprisoned in silence, for the hearts still sitting in the shadows where you once wept. This is not about you alone anymore. This is about the kingdom. This is about the earth crying out for sons and daughters who know who they are and whose they are. You, beloved, will be one of them. Hear me clearly, beloved. You will no longer enter rooms as one who hopes to be welcomed. You will enter rooms as one who carries welcome itself. You will no longer tiptoe as one afraid to offend darkness. You will walk as light, and darkness will flee on its own. You will no longer wait for permission to release my presence. You will release my presence simply by being fully surrendered. You are an atmosphere shifter. Where tension reigns, you will release peace. Where confusion lingers, you will speak clarity. Where hopelessness weighs heavy, your voice will sound like resurrection. You, beloved, will not be loud to be heard. You will be filled to overflow. And that overflow will do what effort never could. But hear this carefully. What you carry will not be borrowed. It will not be temporary. It will not fade with emotions. It is not based on charisma. It is not based on your eloquence, no, beloved. It is based on covenant. You are not authorized by applause. You are authorized by intimacy. Because you have remained. Because you have yielded. Because you have chosen me over visibility, I now clothe you with authority. And when you speak, heaven will echo. When you command, hell will submit. Not because of volume, but because of alignment. You are aligned, beloved, and authority flows from alignment. Your voice, beloved, it will not sound like it once did. It will not tremble from insecurity. It will not stammer with hesitation. It will not echo the words of others. It will carry weight. When you speak healing, healing will come. When you release blessing, heaven will confirm. When you declare freedom, chains will break quietly and quickly, not because you felt powerful, but because you stood in who you are, my sent one. Beloved, the days ahead will not be ordinary. You asked me for signs, but now you will become one. Not for spectacle, not for personal fame, but because I have designed it so. You will walk into places where minds are tormented, and my peace will settle like a soft rain. You will touch lives bound by years of grief, and my joy will rise like dawn breaking the darkest night. You will release simple prayers that shake strongholds, not because of their length, but because of the spirit from which they flow. You will be a living testimony of what it looks like when tears are turned to triumph, when wounds become wells, when brokenness becomes boldness. But beloved, this mantle must be guarded, not with fear, with wisdom, not with isolation and with discernment. There will be those who misunderstand. Some will be drawn to your light, others will be offended by your freedom. Do not let either distract you. You are not called to cater to comfort. You are called to release the kingdom. Stay tender, but stay true. Stay gentle, but stay firm. Stay loving, but stay unmoved from truth. For what I am placing on you is not seasonal. It is not temporary. It is for this generation and for those to come. You will not carry only power. You will carry compassion. You will not speak only as a prophet. You will speak as a priest, tender toward human weakness. Your authority will not crush. It will comfort and correct in love. You will see the hurting and move toward them. You will see the proud and speak with holy precision. You will see the hungry and feed them with words that come straight from my table. You will be a safe place. You will be a steady voice. You will be my vessel, filled yet ever yielding. So now, beloved, do not shrink, do not doubt, do not wait for another confirmation. You have been confirmed by my Spirit. Rise and go forth. Release what I have placed in you. Speak as one who knows the heavens listen. Move as one who knows earth responds. Love As one who knows eternity watches, you will no longer wander in circles. You will walk in straight paths, paths prepared by my own hand, and every place your feet touch, every room you enter, every life you encounter, will know this truth. Dwayne, kingdom has come near, not because of your name, but because of mine, spoken through you, living through you, manifesting through you. You are my vessel, you are my voice, you are my beloved, and you are commissioned. Beloved, now that you have embraced your identity, now that you wear the mantle of my presence, now that you have stepped into rooms with authority and grace, I must give you what is essential for this next dimension: discernment. For many walk with passion, many move with zeal, but only those who discern walk with precision. I do not desire for you to only react to life. I have called you to govern with wisdom, and to govern well, beloved. You must hear, and you must know what you hear. In the days ahead, voices will increase, opinions will multiply, opportunities will abound, but not every voice will be true. Not every opportunity will be divine. You must discern what is good and what is God, what is permissible and what is purposeful, what is immediate and what is eternal. You must know when to say yes and when to say not now. You must know when to move and when to wait in stillness. You must know when to engage and when to walk away in wisdom. This will not always be obvious. This will not always come from logic. It will come from my spirit, who whispers truth when circumstances scream lies. So I say to you, beloved, lean in, not with ears alone, with your spirit. Ask not only for doors to open, ask for discernment to know which door is yours. Ask not only for favor, ask for wisdom to steward the favor well. Ask not only for opportunities, ask for strategy to recognize divine alignment. For I will not only bring you places to influence, I will teach you how to influence rightly. I will not only place people around you, I will teach you how to see them through my eyes. I will not only give you words to speak, I will teach you when to speak, and when silence will carry greater power. Beloved, this will not come in flashes alone. It will come in your day-to-day, in the moment you feel unsettled about a conversation, and pause to ask me. In the gentle nudge not to reply to every critic, and choose peace. In the prompting to pray before responding, and wisdom rising as you wait. Discernment is not mystical, it is relational. The more you walk with me, the more you know my ways. The more you know my ways, the more you recognize what is not of me. And when you recognize, beloved, you will be preserved. You will be protected. You will be positioned for maximum impact. I am not raising you to be reactive. You will not live on defense. You will live on divine offense. You will not spend your strength fighting fires. You will walk ahead of the flame, guided by the wind of my spirit. I am releasing to you now a mantle of strategy, not human calculation, not ambition disguised as vision, but divine plans that flow from my throne. I will show you where to plant, when to prune, who to align with, what to release, and how to build. And in every decision, beloved, you will sense clarity where confusion once ruled. Beloved, discernment will sharpen your sight. You will no longer take people at face value alone. You will see hearts. You will hear hidden pain behind polished words. You will sense motives even when lips speak kindly. Not to judge, but to love wisely. Not to condemn, but to protect what is holy. You will guard your circle. You will shield your peace. You will move with those who stir your spirit, not just your emotions. And I will send to you those who see you rightly, and together you will walk, aligned, undistracted, unstoppable. Discernment will also birth divine timing. You will not rush ahead. You will not lag behind. You will sense when it is time to release a word, and when to let it mature in silence. You will sense when to pursue and when to wait while I work behind the scenes. The impatient will ask, "Why delay?" But you will know delay is divine when commanded by me. For I am the master of moments. I do not waste days. I perfect them. So now, beloved, receive this not as a suggestion, but as a sacred commissioning. You are being called into supernatural flow, no longer tossed by emotional waves, no longer pulled by urgent demands, no longer frantic to make it happen. You will be led by still waters, by burning bush moments, by whispers in the middle of noise. And as you walk with this discernment, you will step before doors, and they will open on their own. You will speak softly and atmospheres will shift. You will act with precision and see exponential results. Because this is my way, beloved, not by might, not by power, but by my Spirit. And my Spirit now rests on you, not lightly, but heavily, not temporarily, but permanently, not as a visitor, but as a resident. So listen deeply, move wisely, and know that from this moment forward, you will never walk blindly again. Beloved, now that you have walked the path of surrender, now that you have been clothed in discernment and divine timing, it is time to reveal the next layer of my desire for you. You are not only called to live in breakthrough, you are called to release breakthrough. You are not only destined to experience miracles, you are destined to become a vessel through whom miracles flow. For too long, beloved, you believed miracles belonged to the few, to the bold, to the famous, to the platformed. But I say to you, miracles belong to the yielded, not to the strongest, not to the most impressive, but to the ones who will say, "Yes, Lord, even through me." I do not look for flawless vessels, I look for available ones. And beloved, you are available. You are ready. When you pray for healing, beloved, do not strain. Do not perform. Do not try to muster power from within. Simply yield. The power is not yours. It is mine. The authority does not originate in your emotions. It flows from our union. When you lay hands, it will not be your strength. When you speak life, it will not be your eloquence. It will be my Spirit moving through simple obedience. Miracles do not come from shouting louder. They come from hearts that know God is with me and He loves to heal. In this same way, beloved, you will prophesy. Not from pressure, not from guessing, not from trying to impress. You will simply hear and release. My words will be like rivers within you. You will sense them rising, gently but firmly. You will open your mouth, and truth will flow. You will declare healing, and bodies will respond. You will speak destiny, and hearts will come alive. You will release encouragement, and weariness will break instantly. And beloved, you will marvel, not at yourself, but at how easy obedience becomes when it flows from love. Understand this deeply, child. Miracles do not flow from striving, they flow from rest. The enemy told you that power required performance, but I tell you, power flows where peace reigns. You will heal with words whispered in rest. You will cast out darkness without theatrical effort. You will shift atmospheres with simple declarations of faith. Because where I am, miracles are normal, and beloved, I am within you now. But hear me, beloved, as miracles increase, stay low. When bodies are healed, remember, I am the healer. When prophetic words change destinies, remember, I am the author. When doors swing wide at your voice, remember, I am the one who sends favor ahead of you. Stay tender, stay yielded, stay amazed, not at yourself, but at me flowing through you. For I give more grace to the humble, and those who remain low will never run dry. Beloved, there are those who will never experience breakthrough until you walk into their lives carrying it. You will be their divine interruption. You will be the voice they cried for in secret. You will be the one who believes when they have stopped believing. Through you I will break depression, heal deep disappointments, restore fractured families, call prodigals home, release clarity where confusion has suffocated vision. You are my vessel. You are my release point on the earth. You are the living answer to prayers prayed long ago. So, beloved, do not be afraid when miracles start to follow you. This is not pride. This is promise. You were made for this. You were prepared for this. You are not forcing heaven open. You are aligned and heaven is flowing through you. Stay rooted in me. Stay anchored in love. Stay tender toward people. Stay fiercely obedient to my spirit. And you will walk in days when people are healed and don't know why. Atmospheres shift and you didn't say a word. Prophetic clarity breaks forth through your simplest prayers. Because, beloved, the days of powerless Christianity are over for you. You are not only healed, you are a healer. You are not only free, you are a freedom carrier. You are not only restored, you are a restorer of others. Go now, with humility, with grace, with holy boldness, and release what I have placed within you. Beloved, you have walked through the fire. You have wept in the crushing. You have been filled in the stillness, and you have begun to pour freely and with joy. But now I speak to you, not as a child, but as one who carries my weight. For the more you carry, beloved, the more you must protect. Understand this deeply. Oil is precious. Oil does not come cheaply. Oil does not remain where there is carelessness. Oil will not flow forever where honor is absent. I have anointed you. I have filled you. But now I teach you how to guard the oil. Not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Not out of paranoia, but out of intimacy. Hear this clearly, beloved. Not every invitation is an assignment. Not every platform is for your feet. Not every cry is yours to answer. You must learn when to pour and when to preserve. You must learn when to speak and when silence keeps your oil pure. You are not obligated to meet every need. You are assigned to move as I lead. This is not selfish. This is stewardship. Beloved, even I, the Eternal One, withdrew. I withdrew to lonely places. I withdrew from the demands of crowds. I withdrew to be with the Father. And so must you. You will be celebrated. You will be sought after. You will be pulled in many directions, but you must protect your altar. The secret place must remain sacred. The oil must be refilled often, away from the noise. Withdraw often, beloved. Not when you're empty. Withdraw when you're full, so that you remain full. Guard your atmosphere. Do not allow casual conversations to corrupt what I am cultivating. Do not allow gossip to defile your ears. Do not allow negativity to darken your vision. You are not better than others, but you are consecrated. You cannot consume what others consume. You cannot laugh at what mocks holiness. You cannot dwell among cynics and expect clarity. Beloved, you are holy ground now. Where you walk, I walk. Where you abide, I abide. Let your space reflect your calling. Let your words reflect your royalty. Let your habits reflect your heritage. Beloved, hear this mystery. You are not only a priest, tender before me. You are not only a king, ruling in authority. You are both. You minister unto me in tenderness, and from that place of intimacy, you govern on earth in wisdom and power. The priest protects the oil. The king releases the decree, and you will do both, seamlessly. In my presence you will weep. In the world you will war. In the secret place you will bow low. In public places you will stand tall. You are not one or the other. You are my royal priesthood. Hear me as I speak gently, beloved. Not everyone can walk closely with you in this season. Not everyone can handle your new wineskin. Not everyone will celebrate your consecration. Some will call it pride. Some will misunderstand your distance. But I tell you, let them go. Love them still. Honor them still. But do not lower your oil to maintain old bonds. Those who are aligned will find you. Those who are hungry will walk with you. Those who recognize glory will honor the cost. I will surround you with builders, not takers, with intercessors, not spectators, with equals in hunger, not doubters of your fire. So, beloved, stand guard now, not out of fear, but out of faithfulness. Guard your heart, guard your words, guard your pace, not to become isolated, but to stay insulated in my spirit. I did not bring you this far to see you drained. I did not anoint you to watch you become common again. You are holy, you are set apart, you are entrusted. Remain tender toward me. Remain sensitive to my spirit. Remain unmoved by crowds and praise. And you will walk in days of continued increase, because you chose not only to pour oil, but to guard it well. This is maturity, beloved. This is wisdom, this is legacy. You are not only anointed, you are responsible. And with this responsibility comes even greater release. For what you protect, I will multiply. Beloved, you have walked faithfully through refinement. You have been healed and established. You have learned to discern and guard. You have poured out miracles from rest. Now, I speak to you as one prepared. You are my ambassador. You are no longer hidden in survival. You are no longer simply maintaining victory. You are sent to release my kingdom wherever your feet tread. You asked me for influence. You asked me for impact. Beloved, I am answering, but not the way you once imagined. Not through chasing opportunities, not through human networks, not through the applause of men. No, son, I am sending you with something far weightier. Glory. My glory will rest upon you. Not as a fleeting experience, but as your atmosphere. Where you go, heaven will invade. Where you speak, eternity will echo. Where you touch, restoration will ripple. You are not simply going places. You are carrying places of my presence. Beloved, this is what it means to walk as my ambassador. You will step into boardrooms, and wisdom will flow. You will walk into broken homes, and reconciliation will breathe again. You will enter cities gripped by fear, and courage will rise through your words. You will minister to strangers, and they will encounter me through your eyes. This is not imagination. This is not fantasy. This is the normal life of those who walk with glory resting upon them. No more division between spiritual and ordinary. Every moment is sacred when carried by one who abides. Beloved, hear this tenderly. You will be known for hope, not for arguments, not for religious debates, not for theological battles. You will be known as one who speaks life when others prophesy doom, sees potential when others only see problems, declares possibility when others echo impossibility. Your words will break despair. Your presence will dismantle discouragement. Your prayers will water dry dreams and buried promises. You will be like a tree planted by living waters, and the weary will find shade in you. Because you carry not just encouragement, you carry hope himself. Beloved, I am not sending you only to comfort. I am sending you to reform. You will challenge what has been tolerated. You will speak against systems that crush my people. You will shine light in structures ruled by darkness. You will not be confrontational, but you will be catalytic. Your presence will expose the counterfeit. Your peace will reveal what is chaotic. Your solutions will silence cynicism. I will give you divine blueprints. I will give you words in due season. I will make your wisdom undeniable to even your enemies. For this is what my ambassadors do. They bring not only hope, they bring holy disruption. I know, beloved, you feel the weight even as I speak. Who am I to carry this? How can I represent glory when I still feel so small? But hear me, this is not about your ability. This is about your availability. I am not asking you to be flawless. I am asking you to be faithful. I will be with you. In every conversation, I will give words. In every decision, I will release wisdom. In every opposition, I will be your defender. You will not carry this mantle alone. You will walk, as always, with me, the King you represent. So now, beloved, receive this commissioning. You are no longer simply saved. You are sent. You are no longer simply healed. You are a healer sent to heal. You are no longer simply freed. You are a deliverer raised to release others. Wherever you go, my kingdom will advance. My name will be glorified. My presence will linger after you depart. You will be my ambassador, my hope bringer, my reformer, my vessel, my beloved, revealing my glory to the world around you. So rise, beloved, step boldly, speak clearly, walk humbly, shine brightly, for you are no longer asking for revival. You are becoming revival everywhere you go. Beloved, you have waited well. You have trusted when trust felt costly. You have stayed when leaving felt easier. You have served when unseen. And now, beloved, you have entered the moment your spirit long knew would come, the moment of divine acceleration. Hear me clearly. Delay has expired. The cycles of almost have broken. The resistance of past seasons has bowed. You are no longer waiting for something to begin. It has begun. Even now, while you wonder, even now while you still feel ordinary, even now while nothing looks dramatic, heaven has already shifted the season. You are standing in the hour where what once was postponed will now be performed. Not slowly, but suddenly. But hear this carefully, beloved. Acceleration in my kingdom does not look like earthly rushing. The world's speed leads to burnout. My speed leads to breakthrough. The world's speed produces anxiety. My speed produces awe. You will not run frantic to catch up. You will walk steadily and watch as doors fling wide without pressure. You will move in peace, and yet it will seem as though years are being redeemed in mere days. For I am the God who says I will do a quick work in righteousness, and beloved, I have chosen you for such a work. The words spoken long ago, the whispers you wrote in journals, the dreams that once felt far, they are not forgotten. They were not denied. They were preserved for now. You will hear phrases you prayed years ago, suddenly spoken by others in confirmation. You will see alignments that once felt impossible suddenly converge without manipulation. You will remember visions you buried suddenly come alive again, but with clarity and ease. Beloved, this is not coincidence, this is fulfillment. You thought you had to make it happen. You believed effort would be your open door. But no, beloved, alignment with me does the heavy lifting. Because your heart is aligned, because your motives have been purified, because your desires now reflect mine. Heaven's resources are rushing to your obedience. What you used to chase will now begin to chase you. You will not strive. You will simply say yes, and watch rivers part. Hear me clearly, beloved. Unusual favor will rest upon you. Not because of manipulation, not because of natural connections, but because I have spoken your name in places you have never stood. I have gone before you. I have whispered to hearts to make room for you. I have turned resistance into readiness. Where doors were bolted, they are now being opened by my authority. And you will walk through, not timidly, but as one sent. I know, beloved, you are still adjusting to this ease. You are wondering, can it really be this simple now? Yes, because you are not who you once were. I could not move at this speed before. Your heart was tender but not yet steady. But now, You are anchored. You are healed. You are ready. The suddenness will not destroy you. The favor will not intoxicate you. The increase will not distract you. Because I have built your foundation on intimacy and surrender. So, beloved, prepare to move, quickly but peacefully. Prepare to build, wisely and without rush. Prepare to release, frequently and fearlessly. For I tell you, the days of slow turning are gone. The page has flipped. The story is racing toward divine conclusion. And you, yes you, are not behind. You are right on time. You are right where I need you. You are aligned for acceleration. So do not look back. Do not overanalyze. Do not shrink from suddenness. Embrace the shift. Receive the flow. Rejoice in the fulfillment. For what was once only a whisper, what once was only a seed, what once was only a cry of someday, has now become your now. Beloved, you have walked well, through valleys and mountaintops, through crushing and crowning, through obscurity and manifestation. And now, beloved, hear me with reverence. I seal you, not for a moment, but for eternity. This is not the end of a breakthrough story. This is the beginning of an eternal legacy. You are not merely triumphant, you are now the embodiment of triumph. Beloved, look back one more time, not to grieve, but to marvel. The tears did not win. The battles did not define you. The delays did not cancel you. You, yes you, became my testimony. A testimony to angels who wondered, will they endure? A testimony to darkness that feared, what if they don't give up? A testimony to generations yet unborn who will say, this is what faith looks like when refined by fire. You are a living letter. You are a walking wonder. You are a vessel of my mercy that speaks louder than your past ever could. Beloved, this mantle is not for you alone. You will now father and mother others. You will hold the hands of the broken. You will whisper to those who feel forgotten. I know this valley, and I know the way out. You will raise sons and daughters not in natural ways only, but in spiritual legacy. You will be their signpost. You will be their safe place. You will be their reminder that tears are never wasted in my kingdom. You are not just a testimony, beloved. You are now a mentor in miracles. Hear me well, beloved. You are entering the age of legacy, not fleeting influence, not temporary applause, not shallow trends. You will build what storms cannot dismantle. You will establish what generations will thank you for. You will create what eternity itself will call fruit that remains. Your prayers will become the inheritance of nations. Your worship will become altars others gather around. Your obedience will echo long after your earthly days are complete. You are not building for today. You are building for forever. And now, beloved, receive this final truth. You are crowned, but not merely as a victor. You are crowned as my representation on the earth. Where you go, my rulership is recognized. What you bind will remain bound. What you loose will remain loosed. You are not hoping to carry authority. You are now walking in it as my delegated ruler. I trust you, beloved. Yes, hear that again. I trust you, not because you are flawless, but because you are faithful. You have stayed through the silence. You have worshipped through the weeping. You have obeyed through the uncertainty. And now, you will reign through my spirit. So, beloved, as heaven records, this moment as angels marvel and darkness trembles, hear me declare this once and forever over your life. You are not merely restored. You are revealed. You are not barely making it. You are established. You are not still trying to find your place. You are seated with me in heavenly places. And from this position, you will govern with grace. You will release with power. You will love with purity. You will walk with glory. Because now and forever, you are my triumph. You are the sound of victory made visible. You are the evidence that love never fails. You are the fulfillment of what tears once thought impossible. And so, beloved, rise now, not as the wounded, not as the waiting, not as the wondering. Rise as the one I carried through. Rise as the one I crowned. Rise as the one I called and commissioned. You are no longer seeking triumph. You have become triumph. You are mine. You are sealed. You are sent. You are unstoppable. You are eternal. Now, walk as one who knows this forever, for nothing can reverse what I have done in you. This is your triumph story, and this, beloved, is only the beginning of glory.